So how many students in your school prefer soccer to baseball? Why is this not a statistical question? There are 2 people in this class that got this correct. So why did you say it was not?
Because you're only going to get one answer because it's how many people prefer soccer. So you're going to get like one number for soccer.
Right, so essentially you're gonna have soccer and baseball on your chart. And you're either gonna get a number for soccer or a number for baseball. You're not gonna get a variety of data. You're only getting it for soccer or for baseball. So that is why this is not a statistical question. Does that make sense to you guys? But I think there were 2 of you guys who got a 100, right? So,
Wait, no, not 100.
okay.
I got that correct.
You did get it right? Okay. But I mean, you really have to ask yourself, am I getting a variety of data? If your answer is no, then you know it is not a statistical question. A ton of y'all failed because you didn't do this. You didn't read the directions and you didn't write true or false. You've got to start following directions. I cannot keep giving y'all essentially chances because on the EOG, if you write yes or no or true or false, and your answers are supposed to be true or false, are you gonna get those right? No, y'all have got to read and follow directions. All right, on your table, I passed out the little orange strips, okay? So move everything out of the middle of your table so that you guys can work together. Did you start using it? Why is it not turned in? I don't understand what y'all don't understand about. Go turn it in right now. Talking to the walls these days. Okay, so these little strips of orange paper on your table, you're going to be sorting into statistical questions and non-statistical questions. All right, so you're working with your partner, and you guys are essentially, as soon as you get it done and you think you have it correct, stand up as a group. Okay? Any questions? All right, go ahead and get started. You don't need a pencil for this, go sit down.
This is wait, no, that wouldn't well, we could look at I said this is what is the typical number of students like three class? What is the typical number of students per class? This one is
There could be a variety.
what is it? What is the most common favorite color? It doesn't have a just like my
Hey, Lynn.
favorite class is they like say they like dogs and cats number.
Yeah. That's where it's kind of like, it is, like it is, you have to be careful, so if you have our school, you might be okay with it. But if you have an elementary school, it'll be right down. So this one is fine. This one is very specific. Like, I mean, you get one, two,
He
three.
said it was not
So,
No, I said it was
five in here.
Then you moved it. I did.
Visual display.
He said it.
So it is like the rest of it should be like a hot spot. Okay, so, that one's good. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so that one's never gonna change. Okay, please stop there. Okay, that's probably not gonna change. It's.
Yeah, I know you're joking.
No, one time he said that his mom wanted to move her. I just said mine.
Mike's, yes, mine's not, no. Like Mike's-
All right, let's go ahead and go over these. So, I do not actually have a copy of this paper, so I'm going to borrow as we go. All right, so the first one, stand up if you think this is a statistical question. If you do not, then sit down. So it says, who is the current vice president of the United States? So you're standing up if you think this is yes, or you're sitting down if you say no. Perfect, so everybody should have this as a non. All right, what is the most common favorite color of the students in your class? Okay, so why do we think that this is a statistical question?
Because there's a lot of colors and it might be the most common, but there might be other answers because there's a lot of people who like other colors.
Right, so you're gonna get a variety of answers there, okay, perfect. All right. What fraction of the people in your school wear glasses? Okay, so why are we saying no?
Because you're only gonna get two answers. Like, you have glasses or no?
Not even sure, you're only gonna get what?
One answer.
One answer, because it's only saying, what is the fraction of the number of students who wear glasses? So you're only getting that one answer. All right, how old is the principal at your school? So why not? Isabel, do you think the principal Right, she's only one age for that whole year, or he that whole year, right? And then once you ask her or him 365 days, still gonna be that same age. Do students at your school generally get more sleep on school nights than on weekends and holidays? Alright, so have a seat for a second. Stand up if you get more sleep on school nights.
Sometimes.
More sleep on school nights than you do on the weekend or holidays. Okay, sit down. Stand up if you get more sleep on the weekends or holidays. Okay, sit down. Stand up if you get more sleep on the weeknights. So those of you who stood up for weeknights, stand up again, is what I'm trying to show you. Our answer should not be changing, should it? We should have the same number of students standing up for weeknights as we did the first time, so have a seat. Stand up if you get more sleep on the weekends or holidays. Have a seat. Stand up if you get more sleep on the weeknights. Is our data changing? No, and we only have two answers. So it's either 5 or 12. 5 or 12, that's it. So this is not a statistical question, all right? How many centimeters tall is the door of your classroom? All right, why? Why is this not? Joe?
Because there only be one answer, because it's asking for your door, not anybody else's.
Well, that and all the doors in the school are the exact same door. So they're all the same. Interior classroom doors, not outside doors and whatnot. All right, what is the average age of the teachers at your school? Everybody should be standing because I used this as an example yesterday. This is a statistical question because we have such a wide range of ages. So you'll get a big variety, so that should be a statistical question. All right, what percentage of students in your class say they like dogs better than cats? So stand up if you like dogs better than cats. Okay, have a seat. Stand up if you like cats better than dogs. Okay, sit down. Stand up if you like dogs better than cats. Alright, sit down. Stand up if you like cats better than dogs. See, again, that's kind of how you have to look at it. Like, am I going to get lots of answers or am I going to get one or two? Alright, so this is a non-statistical question. Alright, who's the oldest staff member at the school? Stand up if you think this is statistical or not statistical. Or why? Caitlin, why?
Because if you got the one rule, then it's gonna be the same person.
Right, doesn't matter how many times we ask, who we ask, it's still gonna be that same person. Alright, what is a typical number of students per class in your school? Okay? Alright, so we had a conversation at Kira's table about this one. So go ahead and have a seat. At most elementary schools, they keep it right around like 19, 20, 21. And the middle schools, like I think here are, for 6th grade, it's, I have 27 in here, all the way to 32. 7th grade, I'm not exactly sure because they have less teams than we do. But, so, and they're like, but Miss Kennedy, you're gonna get a variety of answers. You're gonna get more than one or two. And I'm like, you know what, you are right. If we're asking our school, yes, you're gonna get more than one or two answers. You're probably gonna get like 3, 4, or 5. And it would definitely depend on, if you're at a high school, if you're at a middle school, at an elementary school, so all of those things play into it. But for right now, if we're talking about our school, then this is a statistical question. All right, what day of the week is it today?
Tuesday.
All right, don't go there. Do not do that. That's not what I'm asking.
Today's Tuesday.
Why is this not statistical?
Because everybody's gonna say it's the exact same day, because it's not gonna change till the next day.
No. If I asked everybody in this classroom right now, what would their answer be?
Tuesday.
Be Tuesday. That's it. I mean, it's that simple. It has nothing to do with day changes or anything. It's the number of answers you get if I ask that question to the general public right here. All right, and then the last one, do students in your class prefer to have a hot dog with ketchup, mustard, both ketchup and mustard, or neither? All right, and why is this a statistical question? All right, Alex, you're gonna get at least 4, 5, 4. Ketchup, mustard, both, neither, so 4. Okay? All right, please take these, mix them up nice and good, and then have one person bring them to me. Then go ahead, get out your notebook. And cross out the next page next to your pull down from yesterday. Hold on a second. And then turn the page. All right, and then on this page, we're just gonna write. All right, so today is not gonna be a terribly hard lesson. We have this. If everybody's done testing, that's why they're like still letting us know who's testing. There is an activity that we wanna play that I have planned, but it's kind of noisy. So if they're like, if Simon's still testing, we can't play because obviously we will disrupt her. So I'm hoping that we get the time in today. If not, we will do it at the start of class tomorrow. And then you'll have a very simple, easy homework assignment, and we're gonna call it a day. Okay? All right, so we are going to go through and just kind of talk a little bit about what statistics actually are. And I understand that this is a small line, and I apologize for those of you who write big, but do the best you can. So statistics is collecting data and using visuals to display that data. Alright, data are facts and statistics collected together for reference or analysis. A statistical question is one for which you do not expect to get a single answer. So do not expect to get a single answer. You want multiple answers, different answers at that. Alright, so therefore, a statistical question leads to a blank of answers. What?
A variety.
Variety. Savannah, sweetie, what are you doing, babe?
I do research.
Is it something that's just like dire that you can't just come up here and grab one and use? Get up here and grab a pencil and use the eraser, please. Because we're halfway through the notes and you're back there playing around. Thank you. Alright, questions that are not statistical are questions for which you expect to get a blank answer. So if we're looking for an answer or a type of question that is not statistical, what kind of answer are we gonna get? Gracie?
A single answer?
Yes. Alright, so what is an example of a statistical question? Quite a few that struggle with this too. I felt like you guys used non-examples yesterday when you were doing your cool down. Again, when you're thinking about these, you want to get a variety of answers. Alright, Lily, what's an example?
I was gonna say what students in your classroom's favorite ice cream type is.
Okay. So what is, sorry, the students in class favorite ice cream? What?
Apple bubble.
Okay, we're just doing one for now. Okay, so what is an example of a non-statistical question? Addie. Huh? Okay. Could we also say what is your favorite ice cream? Because I'm being very specific to you, not to a general like audience, but Ramon, what's your favorite ice cream?
Rocky Road.
Okay. Ramon, what's your favorite ice cream?
Rocky Road.
Okay. Ben, what's your favorite ice cream? Ooh, mint chocolate chip. What's your favorite ice cream?
I actually forgot what it was. It actually was mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip. Okay, so if I asked you the first 2 times, you would have said mint chocolate chip?
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright. Abby, what's your favorite ice cream? Okay. Joe, what's yours?
Cookies and cream.
Addie, what's yours? Joe, what's yours?
Cookies and cream.
So you notice how if I'm asking a specific person, I'm saying your. His answer never changed. His answer never changed. Her answer never changed. His answer never changed. Okay, so the wordage is huge. If you are very specific in your question, it is not it more than likely will not be a statistical question. All right. So we're gonna kind of see if we can do a little bit better today than we did yesterday on our cool down. Some of y'all did great, perfect. Some of you guys, All right, so determine whether each question is statistical or not when asked to 20 different students. Okay, so what is your favorite color? Stand up if you think this is a statistical question. And make sure you can justify why you're saying it's a statistical question. Okay. Addie, why are you saying yes? Because I just used a very similar example here, so why are you saying yes?
Because when you're asking 20 different
Someone-
students, you're gonna have a most likely chance of 20 different answers, so you're still gonna be able to see them.
Okay, I'm in the middle of class. Nice to meet you. I'll see you in an hour. So say that again, Addie.
So you have, since you have 20 different students, you're gonna have a variety of answers from the 20 different students.
Okay, so all of you who are saying by Miss Kenny, you just know I asked a specific person, right? And that person never changed. But because they are telling you 20 different students, you are more than likely gonna get a decent amount of a variety in your answers. So this is a statistical question. Sorry. Savannah, you finished your test, right? You hit submit? All right, the next one. Who is the president of the USA? Why are we not standing up? Andrew.
It says there's only one president every single 4 years,
Mhm.
so it would be one answer.
Yep, so it's gonna be only one answer. What is the atomic number of carbon? Rio,
There's not gonna be a variety of answers, there's just gonna be one answer.
just one, because that's never gonna change. Get open your iPad and make sure you hit submit, please, because it's saying that you didn't. All right, what is the best book you read this summer? All right, Isabella?
So just because it says the best one that you read this summer, you're still asking which one is the best. So you can still get different answers. Which will be a variety.
Right, because the likelihood of everybody having the same favorite book, or saying that is, you know what I'm trying to say. I quit. All right, what about the next one? Someone go ahead and read that for me, since I cannot multitask. Alex.
How old were you when you lost your first tooth?
Who?
How old were you when you lost your first tooth?
Okay, so how old were you when you lost your first tooth? All right, so we're saying that this is a statistical question. Why? Why? Bryson?
Because different people lost a tooth at a different age.
Okay, so probably not gonna have a ton of people with the exact same age of their first tooth loss. All right. Hold on one second. So if you wanna trim the top of this a little bit, cause there's a lot of extra space, go ahead and do that, and then glue that into your notebook. I don't need noises, please. Okay. I'll let Mr. Fraser go then. Okay, so at this point, you can go ahead and, clear everything. You don't have to clear it, just, you can close everything at your table and stack it neatly. did you run to the copier phone? Alright, so I lied, you are gonna need your notebook. Fully sticks that one out. Alright, in your notebook, you need to write statistical shares or not. Alright, we are going to essentially be playing a game where you're kind of playing musical chairs. So you're gonna be walking around the room with your notebook, and then when the music stops, you have to sit down at the chair that is closest to you. You're not racing to get there, nobody's getting eliminated. And you are completing the question on the table on that seat. Does that make sense? And then once the music starts up again, you're going to move around again, and then when the music stops again, sit down. Same thing, process.
Miss Kitty,
Yes, ma'am.
you have Kira.
Yes.
She's checking out.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank
Here,
you.
here is your homework tonight. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna have you go get it again. My bad. Alright. Oh, she is going to get the papers. Alright, any questions about what you're doing? And I want to hear no judgment on the music. I'm just gonna put some random classical music. So this is going to be the directions again. Just so you know, you are not getting eliminated. So there should be no rushing, pushing, anything like that. Okay? There's going to be one question. Why do you have scissors out, child? You can have it before you got something. I don't know what else to say. Anyways, as soon as she gets back, I will pass out the papers and we'll get started. Do they front to back this time? Perfect. Thank you. Amazing. And then, you just need to title your notebook page statistical shares or not. Please do not write on these. Please do not write on these papers when you sit down, just simply, you're writing statistical or not statistical, that is it. Around the room. You're moving like, essentially, we're gonna get up a model how to walk around the room, because I know that we have a tendency to not be able to do that. So go ahead, grab your notebook, grab your pencil. Alright, so essentially you are going to walk like a snake. So if Abby is the first one, slide over there. Slide over there. Abby, you're the first one. You're the first in line. So essentially you guys are going this way. You're following Lily. You're following Indira. You're going that way. You're following, so you're essentially walking like a snake. So if you're on this side, you're essentially following the person on that side. So you guys would slide over behind Juan. No, don't move. So you guys would slide over behind Juan. Go that way. So you guys are gonna go this way. Am I confusing myself? I think so. I gotta see the motion. Start walking and going in and out of the gym. you should be following Abby. See how they go? In a big giant circle around the outside, and Abby's gonna be first. So Abby, start back over where you were. So big circle around the outside. Big circle around the outside. Okay, Abby is going to be the first person. So Abby, you are going to go and snake down this way, and you're just following the person in front of you. So Savannah, following the person in front of you. I'm gonna move this before it gets broken. Why? Why, y'all?